And welcome back to Everbank Stadium. The Jaguars and Steelers set to open the preseason here. You see the clouds. We've had some rain. There's still a chance of it here. Listen, it's North Florida in the summer, but this is the official weather report sponsored by St. John's River Water Management. On the field and at home, Florida's water. It's worth saving. Low 80s, both for temperature and humidity, which is a good indicator of rain, though I'm no weatherman. And light wind out of the east at 8 miles an hour. So as Liam Cohen gets set to begin his first game as a head coach at any level, he might have some weather concerns at some point this evening.
Yeah, you may have to deal with some weather concerns, but it is all a part of getting ready for the regular season. Liam Cohen wants his team tested, but he also has to test himself as he makes the transition from being an offensive coordinator to a head coach who's also calling plays.
I want to talk to you about how aggressive he has been through camp and just his overall stance. But listen, this says it as much as anything. The Jaguars won the toss. They elected to receive. We didn't see that much in recent past around here.
No, we didn't. He wants to put what he believes is the best unit on the field. He also is going to have an opportunity to get right to the play calling. Excited to see how Trevor Lawrence responds to Liam Cohen being the play caller.
All right, so Ben Sauls will use the dynamic kickoff. They've adjusted a little bit. The penalty for a touchback is the 35-yard line. And right away, we see Austin Trammell grab it at the 10, and he's up across the 20. You see him there looking for a hole at the 30, out to the 33. The average starting position last year was about the 29-yard line, right?
Yeah, and obviously the closer that you get beyond the 30 to the 35, the odds go up of your team being able to score. The dynamic kickoff is going to have a huge impact on the numbers that we see this season.
Something that we will watch. The Jaguars led the league in touchbacks last season. So we'll see some of the starters for the Jaguars tonight. And there's Trevor Lawrence, who missed 7 games last year with a shoulder injury and with the concussion. Travis Etienne in the backfield. You see right there, Travis Hunter in motion to the slot on the top of your screen. And movement from right tackle Anton Harrison.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Look, it happens. Even though it's a preseason game, the nerves still run high for everybody. Hopefully we'll settle down after a few snaps, get to playing with the kind of rhythm that we want to see.
Harrison's a guy that they're expecting a lot from. Former #1 pick for the Jaguars and a guy with a lot of talent, but they've pushed him this year.
Yeah, pushed him. It's the go time. First-round pick, you're supposed to be one of the better players on the team. He needs to play at that level.
Brian Thomas in motion as Trevor Lawrence sets up in the shotgun on first down and 15. There's a quick throw, and Brian's got it. Thomas makes a move across the 35-yard line, and he is pulled out of bounds near the 36.
And let's get right to it. This is a player's game. You talked early in pregame about this being an organization that's more player-led. Well, the thing about a play caller, man, get the ball to your best players and let them have the biggest outcome on the game.
A gain of 8, so it's second down and 7 here early going. Preseason opener. Again from the shotgun. Lawrence barks out the signals and the handoff to Etienne, who makes a little move back to the inside. It'll set up third down, which means we'll be looking for the 1st and 10 line. Brought to you by Everbank. Advantage you. Other banks talk a big game. We deliver big results. Step up to game plan at everbank.com/Jaguars. Peyton Wilson made that just a 2-yard stop on Etienne. He's a guy who is motivated. Got the 5th-year option, playing on a 1-year deal. 2 years ago, more than 1,400 all-purpose yards and 12 touchdowns. He's a guy who's got a lot of ability. So third down, call it 5. Hunter slides in motion. As Lawrence takes the snap, looks in his direction, and he's got it right short of the first down. Near the 42-yard line, they'll push him back inside the 42. So it'll be 4th down and almost 2 yards as Beanie Bishop makes the stop.
Yeah, a little inside option route, a little delayed. They get it to him, doesn't get beyond the sticks, but it sets up a 4th and 1. And look, we've seen this being a problem area for the Jaguars the last couple of years. Let's see what it looks like in the Liam Cohen era, short yardage situation.
One of the most attractive situations concerning Liam Cohen was what he was able to do with the Buccaneers and improving their running game last year. Under center for the first time on this drive. Dyami Brown goes in motion. There's the handoff, and Brown's got it.
How about that?
And he's across the 45 and pushing his way out to near midfield. Dyami Brown's got a first down for the Jaguars. Peyton Wilson, the linebacker, came over the top and makes the stop after a 7-yard gain.
So I like this one. I like on short yardage, being able to run a little jet sweep. To me, this is Liam Cohen digging back into his old days with the LA Rams. I felt like this offense has some of that 2018, 2019 LA Rams vibes with the balance that you have on offense and some of the creativity that Liam displays.
Like in one of his first news conferences, he was asked about the ability to gain a yard when you need it. He said, you don't always have to run between the tackles. And he didn't right there. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action and a quick turn and throw over the middle.
Oh, no!
Brian Thomas Jr. took a huge hit at the 36-yard line, but he is up. The pass could have been intercepted. It was not. Sebastian Castro, a rookie defensive back from Iowa, put on the big hit.
Yeah, big hit coming across. This is a glance route, and he throws it right inside. The safety gets a great big beat on Trevor Lawrence's eyes, delivers a hit a little high for my taste. Big hit. Luckily, Brian Thomas Jr. got up after that.
Replays this quarter are presented by Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and remodeling company. So here's 2nd down and 10. And Lawrence slides the man in motion. Steelers adjusting up front. There's the waist-high delivery and back to throw, and under a bit of pressure, he'll turn and deliver a dart. Nice. And the catch is made, and it's near 1st down territory. A beautiful job of threading that ball to Brenton Strange.
Yeah, really like what the Jaguars are doing, working the inside portion of the field right over the middle. Brenton Strange is someone who we expect to have a big year. Works on the backside. Trevor Lawrence looks to the front side, comes back to the backside, gives Brenton Strange enough time to work his route. He gets open. Man, nice play by the Jaguars offense.
Moves the change. It's 1st and 10. Jaguars opening this game with the ball. This their opening drive. And with 11:38 to play in this first quarter, it's 1st and 10 near the 40-yard line of the Steelers. Brown in motion. Here's the handoff. Etienne going left and cuts it up right inside the hash mark and picks up 2 yards on the game. The stop made by the linebacker, Isaiah Loudermilk.
So what we're going to see and what's going to be new in 2025, a commitment to the running game. The running game not only establishes the physicality and toughness that Liam Cohen wants to establish for his team as their identity, but it makes the game easy for the quarterback.
Call it 2nd down and 7. The receiver stacked at the bottom of your screen, the tight end and the receiver to the top. Here's the 8th play of a drive. And his play action. Deep in the pocket, he'll set up the screen. Etienne makes a man miss, turns it up the field, got a 1st down inside the 30-yard line. A nice little hop step inside the 29 to the 28. Wilson chases him down. It's a pickup of 9 and another Jacksonville 1st down.
Brian, at practice, we've seen this a ton. Screen game. So a lot of the things that we're doing are easy completions for the quarterback. A little play action fake, drop back, swing it out to Travis Etienne. We talked about him getting back to what he was 2 years ago, where he had over 1,400 scrimmage yards. This is a way to do that. You don't always have to run between the tackles. Get him to the ball, get him the ball in space so he can go to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line, and Brown slides in motion. Trevor takes the high drop, turns and throws it. It's Hunter, and he makes a move to the inside, tries to spin outside to the 20-yard line. Flags come in from a couple of different directions. And it's a gain of 7 pending the outcome of this penalty flag.
So I like how they're using the quick rhythm passing game to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Early in the drive, Brian Thomas Jr. gets a touch. We've seen Travis Hunter get a touch. Travis Etienne get a touch. Your best players need to be involved early so they can get into that rhythm.
Brandon Eccles made the stop. Alex Kemp and his crew were here on the practice field this week. Jaguars got a taste of how they like to officiate a game.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Pass interference, offense number 7, that penalty's declined. Illegal block in the back. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
So Walker Little picks up his first flag. By the way, Kemp and his crew threw 265 flags last season, so the Jaguars knew coming in that's the 6th most a year ago. They were going to see a bunch of them tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. A little block in the back. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of touchy. The pass interference about Brian Thomas Jr. putting his hands on the defender before the ball was in Travis Hunter's hands.
So it's 1st and 20, and they're backed up to the 37-yard line. And an empty backfield. Lawrence takes the delivery, turns and throws outside, and the catch is made. And Parker Washington, who had a terrific week on the practice field, is brought down by Beanie Bishop.
Yeah, a lot of expectations and hopes for Parker Washington. Liam Cohen talked about him potentially being a wide receiver 2/wide receiver 3, someone that can play multiple spots and spell Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. Regardless, he's going to play a big role in this offense.
A gain of 5. And we were told yesterday that he's been the most consistent player at the wide receiver position so far through training camp. 2nd and 15. And Lawrence is back to throw. Looking, has time. Now he's going to run out of the pocket. He's inside the 30 and down near the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 and set up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, not a bad move, the decision. The coverage won on the perimeter. The pocket didn't necessarily break down because of that, but he didn't have the coverage, so he tries to tuck it and run, get as much as he can to see if he can put us in a position to get a 1st down. Still, 3rd and 11 is a long yardage situation.
8.5 minutes to play here in the 1st quarter, and the Jaguars have held the ball since the opening kick. Lawrence 5 of 6 on this drive. He's at 5 different receivers. Let's see what he does on 3rd and long. Good protection, good time, fires it underneath. And Travis Hunter slides, has to try to get back up at about the 23-yard line, and the Steelers were right there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, try to hit Travis Hunter on a little underneath route where he could utilize his running skills to get away. Great tackling and rally ability by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now we have a 4th down situation. Cam Little comes on for a field goal attempt.
Chuck Clark made sure that Hunter didn't get back to the outside. And so the Jaguars will attempt a 41-yard field goal. And Cam Little, who last year was outstanding, 27 of 29, puts this one right between the pipes. And the Jaguars' opening drive results in points. 7:41 to play 1st quarter, and the Jaguars are leading on the Jaguars television.
Firehouse Subs, Hook and Ladder jingle, take 1.
Hook and ladder, hook and ladder.
Go any sub when the Jaguars score a 40-yard field goal. Only available online or on the Firehouse Subs app. And thanks to a 41-yard field goal by Cam Little, the Jaguars not only have a 3-0 lead, Bucky Brooks, but folks can hit that QR code and get a free sub when they buy a sub.
Not bad. Free sub.
Not
Right
bad. Not bad on the opening drive, too. 12 plays, 44 yards. Trevor was 6 of 7. As this kick is fielded in the end zone by Trey Sermon. And so out comes the football to the 35-yard line, and we'll see Mason Rudolph. See, that's the deal. If the ball bounces in the field and goes into the end zone, the ball would come out to the 20. They want the kicking team to put the ball in the landing zone because they want returnable balls. If you catch it in the end zone, you get it to the 35.
Yeah, this is about trying to get more returns in the game.
So here's Mason Rudolph with Kenneth Gainwell. Tight end in motion. Rudolph play action. Under a bit of pressure now. Steps, turns, and delivers a pass, and this one is caught. A flag is thrown as the catch is made near the 46-yard line in Jacksonville territory. Roman Wilson comes down with the ball and a 19-yard pickup.
Yeah, 19-yard pickup, called the Jaguars in a 3D coverage.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 22. That penalty decline result of the plays of 1st down.
We got Jarian Jones. So it's 1st down for the Steelers in Jacksonville territory on 1 play. Head coach Mike Tomlin. 18 NFL seasons as the head coach of the Steelers. Never had a loser. Play action again. Rudolph dumps it short, and the catch is made, but a nice open field tackle. Ben Skoranek makes the catch and is tackled immediately by Dewey Wingard after a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by Dewey. You're going to see more zone coverage from the Jaguars this season. Here's Dewey, he's hanging out in the curl flat area, sees the ball thrown, reacts quickly, and doesn't give up a lot of yards after catch, which is what the defense is intended to do.
2nd down and 7 at the Jacksonville 43-yard line. There's play action again, trying to hit the quick screen, and the Steelers do. Inside the 40-yard line goes Roman Wilson, and he'll go down near the 38. and set up a 3rd and short after that 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job on the quick screen. They get it outside. This is one where you have to have the defense running and rallying to the ball.
3rd and 2. Rudolph going to throw again, turns and slings the ball, and it is caught. It's a first down for the Steelers. Making the grab, Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, caught Tyson Campbell in off coverage. So Mason Rudolph just took the easy completion on the outside. Tyson Campbell did a good job of closing, making the tackle, but it's a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Inside the 35-yard line, inside the 34. It's first down and 10. Tight formation here, and Rudolph under center. Surveying that defense, making some adjustments, the veteran quarterback has Caleb Johnson behind him, and he gives it off to the rookie from Iowa, trying to bounce it outside, and he does find room. He got away from Eric Murray and stumbled forward for a pickup of 2.
Yeah, Eric Murray showed up in a hurry, tried to get in there to make the cut, tried to tackle Caleb Johnson low, couldn't quite get him down. He stumbles for 2 yards, but still, that's a win for the defense. Long yardage situation on 2nd down.
Steelers break the huddle and set up at the 32-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Rudolph spins and turns and throws it out of the backfield. And Caleb Johnson makes the grab, goes inside the 30, but there's a flag down in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a holding call.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's the big right tackle, last year's #1 pick, who missed a lot of the season, Troy Fautanu.
Yeah, Troy Fautanu is a really good player, but he has to mess up. Now, this is a favorable situation for the Jags. We'll see if they begin to heat him up, bring a little pressure.
There's the shotgun snap on 2nd and 18. Rudolph turns and throws over the middle. Catch is made inside the 30-yard line and brings up a big 3rd down opportunity. Scotty Miller reached for the ball on a 15-yard grab on 3rd down, and there's some communication issues perhaps in the secondary because a couple of guys have been wide open.
Yeah, a couple of guys have been wide open, and some of this is what you're going to see. A little more bend but don't break defense from the Jaguars as opposed to the high-pressure approach that they tried at times in previous seasons.
Big tight end Darnell Washington's in the ball game now on 3rd down and 3. Skoranek slides in motion. He's to the right. Here's the inside handoff, and it's a first down for the Steelers. Caleb Johnson following the right side, getting in behind Zach Frazier. Picks up 4, and they'll move the chains for Pittsburgh.
Now, for the Jaguars, this has been a problem area in the past, the run game. We talked about having a team that wants to be tough and a physical team. The only way that you can impose your will on people is you have to be able to stop the run on early downs so you can dictate the terms on later downs.
There's Anthony Campanile, who has gotten rave reviews in his first season with the Jaguars so far. The players love his approach to the game, and they're excited to play for him. See if they can get him a stop. There's a quick toss, and the catch is made, and an immediate tackle. Robert Woods got free, the veteran receiver, inside the 20 to the 19 for a pickup of 4 yards.
Yeah, really creative play. This is a bootlet slide concept, meaning you're going to boot one way, come out the back door. Robert Woods starts on the right, slides out the back door to the left. Tyson Campbell's on the spot. Still, decent game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, sets up a 2nd and 6.
Tyson Campbell's had a really strong performance so far in training camp, and I've seen him all over the field this evening. Rudolph again in the pocket, throws this one. It's caught by Washington for a Pittsburgh touchdown. 19 yards right up the middle. And Washington's celebration apparently is going to draw a flag.
Yeah, it's going to draw a flag, celebration penalty. The part that's concerning for the Jaguars is Unit 3, you're in a bit of a zone coverage. He stretches the seam. Mason Rudolph did a good job of looking the safety to the front side.
Touchdown is good. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Pittsburgh number 80 dumped the goalpost. That's a 15-yard penalty on the extra point.
So, the Steelers marched down the field. Rudolph is 6 of 6, so they did not impact him with the pass rush, and they struggled to get to the receiver before the ball. And here's Ben Sauls to try to give the Steelers a 7-3 lead with 2:56 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I mean, a few things that you don't like on that drive. Too many big plays in zone coverage. Had a third and long situation. They picked up significant game. Then you give up the big touchdown pass. Got to tighten it up on that zone coverage.
Here's a 48-yard extra point. And the left-footed kicker has it up on the way. And he gets it. Jaguars trail the Steelers 7-3 here at Everbank Stadium.
A nice solid option as a downhill runner. You see some of the physicality and force that he runs with. Now we had a chance to see if the Jaguars have really worked on improving their short yardage situation.
The last 2 seasons combined, the Jaguars have been among the worst teams in football at converting these situations. We've seen them use a jet sweep. They are 0 of 2 on third down so far tonight. And Mullins to throw. And he gets it to Parker Washington, who gets outside and manages to scoop just past the first down marker. That's the kind of effort we've seen from the third-year wide receiver.
Yeah, Parker Washington has been terrific throughout training camp. And this is also one of the things that we're seeing from Liam Cohen. A little creativity on these third and short situations. Jet sweep, bubble screen, doing things that go against the grain when it comes to how you attack the defense and obvious runs. Obvious run situation.
The reason there was room outside was because Trenton Irwin was doing a heck of a job blocking that corner. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Pittsburgh. Washington slides in motion. Play action, back to throw. Mullins turns and fires it to Washington, and he is cut down for a loss of almost 3 yards.
Yeah, just a really good job by the Pittsburgh defense staying on top of that. Didn't go with the jet sweep fake. Even Mick Mullins looked down the field, had to drop it off to Parker Washington in the flat, but there was no room available. Great job by the coverage of Pittsburgh.
Brandon Eccles got him, and it'll set up 2nd down and a little more than 12. Play clock and game clock are aligned, so the Jaguars need to get this one off. 4 receivers, and now Bixby makes 5 out of the backfield. Mullins barks out the signal and takes the waist-high delivery, turns and delivers a pass, and it's dropped at the 45-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and long, and Washington, for all the accolades, couldn't bring that one in.
Yeah, couldn't bring that in, and that would have really been helpful because it would have cut the yardage in half. Now we're looking at a 3rd and long situation. And against the Steelers in normal situations, this would be a blitz heavy down, a lot of zone pressure to see if they can trick the pass protection. We'll see the Jaguars are ready to handle.
LaQuint Allen Jr., Jaguars draft choice. He's in the backfield now with Mullins on 3rd down and nearly 13. There's plenty of time. He'll turn and launch the ball. He's got a receiver. The catch is made. That'll be a 1st down for the Jaguars. And coming up with it, Joshua Cephas, who's had an excellent training camp and he gets an exclamation point with that 18-yard catch.
This is the end of the first
Jacksonville first down.
Timeout.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Jaguars trail the Steelers 7-3, and we're back after this. And welcome back. Start of the second quarter here at Everbank Stadium. Brian Sexton and Bucky Brooks along with Brent Martineau on the University of Florida Jacksonville Jaguars preseason network. Liam Cohen looking at his football team and completing an 18-yard pass on 3rd down and 13. The Jaguars didn't do very well last year either.
Yeah, really good job by Nick Mullins finding the soft spot in the zone. Joshua Cephas hooking up, giving his numbers back to the quarterback so he has a big target. You're able to get the first down, but more importantly, you gain a little confidence as you sustain this drive.
He came with the pedigree of having turned on Baker Mayfield and gotten that Buccaneers offense going. Are you seeing what you expected to, Bucky, from this offense? Maybe not the execution necessarily, but the play calling, the mindset, the posture for what they expect when they're out there.
Yeah, so far so good. They want to run the ball, they want to use play action, and they also want to use a variety of quick game elements to allow it to be a high percentage offense. They really specialize in ball control. We've seen good things so far.
Mullins, the 7th-year quarterback from Southern Miss via the Minnesota Vikings, is under center. Slides the tight end in motion, has Bixby in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and he's looking for room, and he is pounding his way to the 30, the 29 for a pickup of 3. I think maybe he missed a big hole out to the right.
Yeah, he did, and he's so focused. Remember, last year Tank Bixby got caught dancing a few times, and so he's been more focused on being downhill, getting the shoulder square, attacking the line of scrimmage, and really picking up those dirty yards.
Jaguars averaged 4 yards per rush in the first quarter. Here's the 8th play of a drive with the Jaguars facing 2nd and 7. Opening minute of the second quarter. 7-3, the Steelers lead. Hunter Long, the tight end, comes from wide to the top of your screen to line up tight. And here's the draw play. And there goes Bixby to the outside this time. He's got speed and power, and he gets to the first down marker, plus some, down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, what you're seeing is a guy who's really very comfortable running the rock downhill. Here we have a little fake bubble screen handed to him downhill. He gets to the next level and understands, I gotta have to get north-south as much as possible. Don't want to lose any yards, always want to finish falling forward.
And the 1st and 10 line today is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. 1st and 10. And here's Bixby again, running to the left this time, and the hammer just goes inside the 19-yard line for a gain of 3, and they'll put it at the 18.
Yeah, and we have to get used to seeing this. There's going to be a shared workload in the backfield at running back. Travis Etienne, for all the wonderful things that he does, running on the edges, catching the ball out the backfield. Sometimes you do want the hammer to be able to establish that physicality and toughness in your run game. If you're able to get equal distribution, Tank Bixby, Travis Etienne, this offense could be the physical offense that Liam Cohen envisions.
Which could set up play action beautifully for Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., and company. 10th play of the drive. Play action this time, rolling wide. Mullins looking to throw the ball. Fires it. It's caught. Joshua Cephas pulls it in inside the 17-yard line. Not a lot, but at least he did get the ball on a 2-yard gain. And replays this quarter are presented by Farah & Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Yeah, Brian, what you like this is another play-action pass. You roll to the right, you cut the field in half, easy read for the quarterback. You're looking for the big corner, but it's not there. Drop it off to the wide receiver running the snag route, which is what Nick Mullins was able to do.
3rd down 5 and 3 receivers plus the tight end. Mullins in the shotgun, barks out the signals. Now moves long from the bottom of your screen to the top. Drops back to throw. Looks for Bixby. Bixby's got it. No, he can't quite pull it in. It was heading right for him, and the linebacker got over there and knocked it away just as he was snatching it. Cole Holcomb made that happen, and so we'll see Cam Little come on. Try another field.
Yeah, and this is the play that we've seen them run in practice time and time again. A mesh concept with a rail by the back. Nice delivery and throw. Tank Bixby needs to come up with that pass.
Second field goal attempt of the night for Little. Second-year kicker. We try a 35-yarder. Cut into that Steeler lead with 12:22 to play. From the hold of Logan Cook, the swing of the right leg, and this one is up on the way, and it is good. However, there is a flag down. And Hunter Long is telling the Jags bench.
12 players on the field, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
You don't like that, but in your preseason game, sometimes you have some of these trying to get the kinks
Reset
out.
the game clock to 12:22.
Listen, the acronym is FAST. Fundamentals, right, is the first word, and that's what he's looking for. That's one of those things he's going to point out when they get into the team meeting.
Yeah, and sometimes in the difficulty of managing a preseason game, so many different combinations, starters in, starters out, some of the young guys are in. You have to be aware who is supposed to be in the game in these moments.
So 35 becomes 40. So perhaps we'll see another sub opportunity. 12:22 to play here in the first half. Second drive for the Jaguars will end with a field goal attempt of 40 yards. And this is well within the range of Cam Little, whose career long is 59 yards. There's the snap, the placement by Cook. This one up on the way, and it is good. 7-6, the Steelers lead it. We're back after these messages from your local station. Field goal, and it's 7-6, the Steelers lead, and we're joined in the broadcast booth by a guy we have both worked with extensively over the years, but never in this role. The Executive Vice President of Football Operations. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's exciting. Kind of this. We've had many firsts this year. First game against another opponent, some different bodies out there, different jerseys. It's an important part of the process, and it's exciting.
You spearheaded bringing Liam Cohen to Jacksonville because of what he was able to achieve with that offense in Tampa. Are you seeing signs of it? I know we didn't see touchdowns, we saw field goals, but are you seeing what you thought you'd get?
Well, I'm going to give one small edit. I give Shad a ton of credit because Shad was really the one who identified Liam as somebody he really felt like could be the right head coach, and then being brought into the process as we did the in-person interviews. Shad nailed it. He absolutely nailed it, and that in-person interview, the final thing, is watching him communicate and articulate what his vision was for the organization was beautiful, and knew right away he was the right guy for the job.
You know, Tony, one of the things that has been talked about, players and coaches, communication and trust. You know as a player how important it is. Well, why was it important for Liam to really impose that and act that with this program?
Well, I mean, I think everything's new this year. I mean, we're setting a new standard, how we want to operate. I heard you talking about fast, the style of play. What's the culture, the type of individual we want in the building. And so to do that, you got to communicate very clearly what you expect and then hold everyone accountable to it. And Liam's done a great job as our head coach of really delivering that message. And our players have bought in. We've had a great camp and really excited what's ahead of us.
One of the things that Liam said in a meeting early on in his tenure was that elite communication is required for a team to play elite. Are you getting the sense that this team is going to be an elite communicating team?
Hold on, I was just watching. Just a note real quick for our fans. For the first time, seeing a guy go both ways is pretty fun. And Travis Hunter starting the game off on offense and then now coming out here on defense. Exactly why we brought him into this building. So excited about what Travis is going to bring, and it's a lot of fun.
Well,
sorry about that. The elite communication.
Listen, that was a better storyline.
I kind of jumped all over.
You're a broadcaster at heart. You know that. You're a football player now turned EVP. But talk about the decision, Tony, and the bold move to go and move up and get this kid.
Well, I'll go back to what you're talking about in communication, because a lot of that was critical. Nice sack right there by Smoot. Good to see Smoot back in the Jaguar uniform. A lot of fun. But you talked about communication from the head coach. I think something James, Liam, and I all hold dear and really emphasize is communication and collaboration amongst the three of us. When Shad made the move to make the changes here, bringing the three of us in, the expectations were set that the three of us, each very well-defined roles, but together, to come together and communicate and come up with make big decisions. In that case, of Travis Hunter, that was that was led by James. It's a player that all three of us identified as someone we really valued and thought was the best player in the draft by far. And for a long time, we were trying to figure out scenarios. How does he get to number 5?
Right.
Well, it was clear that was not going to happen. And James came in one day and had the idea and the strategy of how to do it. The three of us talked through it at length, beat it up, pros, cons, everything else. And when we walked out of that room, we were lockstep together that this is the move. And then James went and executed it. I give him all the credit and did a great job of bringing it to life.
You talk about James Gladstone, and he talked about changing the culture, not necessarily with slogans and those things, but bringing the right people in. Tony, what kind of players are the right kind to be in this organization?
Yeah, I love how you said that, Bucky, because we talk about culture a lot, and obviously I value culture, and it's important. But at the end of the day, your culture is what is lived out in
(7-6). The Steelers lead the Jaguars after 2 long drives ended with Cam Little field goals. Let's check in on the sidelines for the first time tonight. Time now for our FIS Sideline Report. Unlocking financial technology, bringing the world's money into harmony. Hey, Brent Martineau.
We can't talk enough about Travis Hunter. We just saw him on defense after starting the game on offense. He's a story tonight around the National Football League, not just in Jacksonville. And the words intangibly rich were mentioned quite a bit this offseason by GM James Gladstone. And this guy has all of that, even off the field, in the locker room, in the team headquarters, the vibe, the juice, as they call it, that he brings, that electric smile. That's part of the reason that the Jaguars drafted Travis Hunter. Also, guys, he's all football all the time. He loves fishing as well, but this is how much he's been locked in on football. He's yet to fish here in Jacksonville, which is a great place to fish for any fisherman. He even bought a boat, just hasn't used it yet.
He will find plenty of time in February. The other Hunter, Hunter Long, just dropped the ball, and so it's 2nd down and 10. Jags at their 23-yard line, trailing by a point. 9:24 to play here in the first half. Tank Bigsby to the bottom of your screen, so an empty backfield for Nick Mullins. Mullins turns and fires it over the middle. This time it's caught, and it's a first down, and that's Trenton Irwin, who goes across the 35 to the 37, streaking for 15 yards and a Jacksonville first down.
Yeah, first down for Jacksonville. They go empty formation. It clears the picture up for the quarterback. Nick Mullins is able to spot the weak matchup. Trenton Irwin wins on a quick slant. Big play, 13-yard gain for a first down.
And so Mullins gets 4 more, and he's got Bigsby in the backfield. 2 receivers tight to the formation. And here's the handoff to Bigsby, starting left now, wants to cut it back. Steelers are all over it. He does manage to kind of submarine near the 39 for a pickup of nearly 2.
Yeah, hard-nosed run. The one thing that we're seeing from the Jaguars, they're trying to avoid the negative plays in the running game. A little more downhill. Runners understand with discipline. They have to stick their nose in there and get the dirty yards, trying to avoid those long yardage situations where you're behind the chains.
The head coach told us he liked this matchup with the Steelers for opening day of the preseason because it gave him a chance to test his team's toughness. He wants a physically and mentally tough team, and the Jaguars are running the ball with that kind of toughness. 2nd and 8. Mullins turns and slings the ball. He's got a receiver, and Cephas makes the catch at the 44-yard line. Couldn't get away from the defender. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 after that 5-yard pickup.
You know what's funny, Brian, is Lane Cohen has talked about wanting to have a physical football team, wanting to run the ball, but they're very balanced in their approach. We're seeing them run the football and show a commitment while also retaining the balance to keep the defense at bay. This is a nice approach so far from the play call.
Parker Washington checks in. He's at the bottom of your screen with Irwin. Long, the tight end, now goes to join Joshua Cephas at the top. Mullins takes the snap and drops to throw. Under pressure, turns and launches this one, and it is tipped and knocked away. Eccles made sure that Trenton Irwin couldn't even get a beat on it. And the Jaguars will come up short and punt for the first time tonight.
Yeah, then this was a good play by the Pittsburgh defense. Jaguars run a bit of a smash concept, 5-yard out with a corner. Nick Mullins was trying to find Trenton Irwin over the top. Corner did a good job of playing halfway in between. Made a great play to bat it down.
Logan Cook, Pro Bowl punter a year ago. In my never to be humble opinion, I think he's one of the best punters in pro football, maybe the best. He's got a great leg. And this one is a perfect knuckleball, and it is caught, and the Jaguars special teams just came through big. Excellent tackle made there, and we're back after this in Jacksonville. Scenes from training camp, and now scenes from Everbank Stadium. Jaguars trail the Steelers 7-6, but the Steelers are backed up because of an outstanding play by Rayon Lane when they drafted the young safety out of Navy. They said he's a special team standout. That stood out.
It did stand out. Look, he was College Football Network Special Teams Player of the Year, and he showed up, came down, made a great hit on the punt. But this is what he does. He makes plays as a special teams contributor, but is also a takeaway specialist.
Skylar Thompson in the game now. Quick throw, quick stop. Emmanuel Ogba. It's a pickup of 9 yards on first down, and the Jaguars have not quite figured out the Steelers' passing offense. They've had some success in underneath stuff tonight.
Yeah, but that's going to be part of the equation in terms of Jacksonville. They'll surrender yards between the 20s, but want to be great in the red zone. A little more bend but don't break than what we've seen in the past.
Handoff, trying to get to the outside. Jaguars bottle up the back. And there is nowhere to run for Caleb Johnson. And Antonio Johnson, third-year safety, makes the stop. It's a loss of 3.
Yeah, look, he's been surprisingly impressive in camp. One of those guys that people wonder how we fit in. He's in a competition, but he's coming downhill. He makes plays and going all the way back to his time at Texas A&M. This is how he played.
He was coming on at the end of his rookie season, and then last year was just so disjointed for so many players. I think he's been one of the stories of camp so far, not named Travis Hunter. Third down and 5 for Skylar Thompson. Jaguars with a single high safety. And Thompson takes the errant snap, pulls it down under pressure, being chased outside the pocket. He's got room to the outside. A flag is thrown. So even though Thompson reaches towards the first down marker, this one's coming back.
Yeah, coming back. The Jaguars changed the picture for the quarterback late. Looked from a too-deep look to a man-free look and really held up well in coverage.
Alex Kemp indicating it is holding against the Steelers, so they'll back him up. Great pressure up the middle. Thompson's got some wheels, got to the outside. It would be 4th and short if the Jaguars elected to decline it.
Holding, offense number 60. Penalties decline, 4th down.
First-time head coach working through the motions. He told us that for him, this was part of it. It was his preseason opener as well.
Yeah, this is his preseason opener, trying to work through all the mechanics of running the entire operation as opposed to just one side of the ball. And the more reps that he has as a head coach, the better he would be in terms of managing, delegating, being able to own different parts of the program.
So Trammell stands near the Jaguars' 30-yard line. He's been impressive returning the ball tonight, both on kickoffs and punts. Here's a left-footed boot. Boy, is that a booming kick. Trammell retreats to about the 18, makes the catch, looking for the right side, now tries to stutter step and find room up the numbers, can't quite get free. 7-6 Steelers lead, and we're back after these messages from your local station. '25 season by going head-to-head against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, September 7th. Don't miss any of the action. Secure your tickets now. Preseason opener, the Jaguars and their longtime rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. 7-6, the Steelers lead. Here's Nick Mullins, who's 6 of 10 since taking over for Trevor Lawrence for 39 yards. He's got the rookie running back, Bashal Tutin, behind him. He is a bolt of lightning when he finds room to run. Play action. Pressure coming. Mullins steps, turns, and throws. He's got a receiver, and it's dropped. Irwin dropped it at the 50-yard line, incomplete.
Man, that was a strike. Great play by Nick Mullins, stepping up in the pocket, waiting for Trent Irwin to uncover. Great route by Irwin. Just didn't finish it the way that you would like to see a wide receiver finish. Right in his hands, perfect throw, just a drop by the veteran.
And it brings up 2nd down and 10 at the 25-yard line here. 5:24 to play in the first half. Jaguars have had a couple of drops tonight. A couple of penalties have thrown their drives off kilter. In the shotgun now, moving Tootin to his left and Long to his right. And here's the handoff to the rookie, and he finds some room. Look at him go. He's across the 30 to the 31, nearly the 32. And it's a run of almost 6 yards.
Yeah, a lot of excitement over Tootin, the Virginia Tech standout by way of North Carolina A&T. Has big-time juice, the ability to take it a distance from anywhere on the field. But what you saw there, the patience, the balance, the body control to get from the front side to the back side and gain positive yards.
Clock running under 5 minutes here. One of the things that the head coach told us is he wants his team to be efficient, get up to the line of scrimmage, and get set so that they can see what the defense is doing, and they're filling all the gaps right now. On 3rd down, Mullins turns and launches, and he's got a receiver, and this one is incomplete. He was looking for Parker Washington on a wheel route, and Bishop read that one perfectly.
Yeah, this is unfortunate because this was a perfect pick-rub situation. Parker Washington comes free on this rail route, delivers it. If Nick Mullins can just push it down the field a little more, this should have been an explosive play for the Jaguars. Concept was great. Execution was good up until the point we had to throw and catch.
And so here's Logan Cook, backed up slightly from his own 17-yard line. That's the first 3 and out in 4 possessions by the Jaguars tonight. Williams is back to retrieve this one for the Steelers. Beautiful driven punt, and Williams has to fade and then drop back inside the 10-yard line, trying to get outside. Jaguars have him cornered. A flag is thrown. They don't put him on the ground. Steelers returning this one across the 30 to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars missed an opportunity to get him inside the 20. It's a 59-yard boot and a 15-yard return, and Logan Cook is the one who made the stop. We'll see what this penalty says.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 38. 10-yard penalty, 1st down, timeout.
7-6 Steelers lead. We're back in Jacksonville right after this.
Hey, Duval, if the Jaguars aren't home, why are you? Touchdown in nearly every Jaguars away game with non-stop flights all season long. It's non-stop action from the gate to the game.
You win a free Whataburger and Cadillac. Visit your Jacksonville area Cadillac dealer today.
4:21 to play here in the first half. 7-6 the Jaguars lead. There's Aaron Rodgers, the man who's going to transform the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, interesting situation. Veteran coming back, trying to give them some life. One and done maybe for Rodgers.
Listen, you don't bring him in to run the ball, and you don't trade for DK Metcalf. They're going to throw it. Here's Skylar Thompson handing the ball off. It's a short gain for the Steelers. A little extra effort there makes it about a 4-yard pickup for Caleb Johnson. The Steelers drove down the field on their opening possession and had 4 first downs en route to the touchdown to Darnell Washington. They've only gotten 1 since, so the Jaguars have figured a few things out.
Yeah, they have. After maybe getting some of the butterflies and the kinks out, they've really settled in. We've seen the zone have a little tighter coverage on the receivers down the field, and then they've been really solid against the run game.
2nd down and 6. Jaguars adjusting up front. Down a couple of defensive tackles with injuries to Eric Armstead and Mason Smith. A lot of young guys have gotten playing time tonight. Here's the handoff, and Johnson finds yardage out near the 24. He'll be very close to a first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. Emmanuel Ogbah, the veteran defensive end, most recently with the Miami Dolphins, makes that stop.
Yeah, Brian, you bring up one of the biggest issues when it comes to the personnel on the team. The defensive tackle position, the injuries, being without Eric Armstead, being without Mason Smith, is a completely different team. And we know great defenses are built right in the middle. Hopefully those guys can get back soon.
Thompson in the shotgun for Pittsburgh on 3rd down and a yard. Slides the receiver in motion. And it's a high snap. He gets it down to the back, and I believe it's 1st down yardage. Running right across the 30 to the 31, and it is for Johnson at the 26. Jordan Jefferson, 2nd-year defensive tackle, makes the stop. Ticking down to the 2-minute warning here. Boy, it feels like it's been a really quick first half for the preseason opener. Steelers up 7-6, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And Thompson is up, barking out instructions. And Caleb Johnson is caught in the backfield. And I thought they were going to get Miles Cole with a face mask, and it appears that's exactly what they've decided.
Yeah, I mean,
he reached up.
Got in there, but the penetration was great. Made him bounce. You had a negative play. Just got to make sure you're trying to keep your hands in place. Effort play, sometimes those things happen.
Yeah. Miles Cole, a 2nd-year defensive end.
There were 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Personal foul, face mask, defense number 58, holding, offense number 83. Those penalties offset. Repeat the down.
I think he meant 59 because 58's Dwan Smoot. He's off the field. So it'll be 1st and 10 again, but they won't even get a playoff because
yes,
we'll
it
get
is the middle half.
The 2-minute warning. 2
This
minutes
is
to
the
play in the
warning.
first half. 7-6. The Steelers lead here at Everbank Stadium, and we're back after this short message from our friends at Everbank.
Go.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Skylar Thompson with play action deep in the pocket. He's got time. He dumps it out. It's caught by Johnson, and the rookie has got it across the 30-yard line to the 31 for a pickup of 5. Steelers hurrying up here, working on the 2-minute. And looking left, Thompson turns and throws. He's got a wide open receiver, and it's a 1st down and out of bounds goes Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, nice play by them. They're working the underneath areas of coverage. Right now, Jacksonville is trying to keep everything in front, not surrender the big play. And then as they get closer across the midfield, they'll tighten up.
Gain of 8. Thompson deep in the pocket. Now fires this one over the middle. It is wide open. Talk about an explosive play to the 39-yard line. Scotty Miller holds it in. And the Steelers are all of a sudden looking like they're in business after that 22-yard completion. Thompson again turns and throws. He's got a man. And this time it's a short gain of 4 to the Jaguars' 35-yard line. And once again, it's Miller who comes up with the grab.
Yeah, Miller's hurt them a couple times underneath. The Jaguars are trying to keep everything in front, not allow the big play like we saw a few plays ago.
Under a minute to play, and Thompson with time in the pocket turns and delivers. This one is tipped and broken up. Darnell Savage, the veteran safety, read that one perfectly.
Yeah, good close, and what you're hoping on those situations when you're playing as much zone as the Jags are playing. Tips and overthrows, little man coverage. We get a deflection. You're hoping someone comes around and is able to pick that off.
52 seconds to play here in the first half. It's 3rd down and 6 for Pittsburgh. Right now you're looking at about a 51, maybe a 52-yard field goal. As Thompson slides, a man in motion. Takes the snap, has time, and this one is caught for a 1st down at the 28-yard line. He found Lance McCutcheon and put that ball where only he could get it. Thompson again, this time he's launching it, and it is caught. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. That looked like the same route that Darnell Washington ran. This time, though, he found Max Hurlman out of the backfield.
Pittsburgh, their first of the half. Please reset the game clock to 28 seconds. This will be a 30-second timeout.
And we'll be right back after this short message from our friends at Everbank.
Go. Go, go, go. Keep going. Don't stop. Go harder. Go faster. Hold up. Hold up. Look where you are. You put in so much effort, it's time for a bank that'll perform like you. Everbank Performance Savings is built to put your money to work with some of the highest rates in the country. Going may have got you where you want to be, but Partners in Performance will help you hit that next goal. Everbank. Advantage you.
28 seconds to play, and the Steelers have just hit a 26-yard strike to set up first and goal at the 4-yard line. Leading 7-6. Their offense has been dormant since the first quarter. Here's the 11th play of the drive. Skylar Thompson finding receivers all over the Jaguars' defensive backfield. He's barking out the signals right now. Looking left and right, takes it, drops, waits, turns and fires, and this one is caught for a touchdown in the front of the end zone, and it's Max Hurlman.
Yeah, unfortunate one-on-one situation. The coverage just wasn't tight enough. When you look at Jabbar Muhammad being one-on-one on Max Hurlman, he runs a simple little outcut. There's nothing spectacular there. You want to be in that hip pocket. And even though it's a rub situation, you have to anticipate those kind of routes when you're down in the tight red area.
And so the Steelers go up 13-6 with 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Hurlman caught the 26-yarder to set it up, so they paid it off. And this Jaguars defense is going to take some time as they figure things out.
Yeah, you're just disappointed. You let in a 2-minute situation. You let the Pittsburgh Steelers nickel and dime the ball down the field with 2 explosive plays down the seams. It's one of those things. You're playing zone coverage. You know that's the vulnerable area. But you have to take that away and force them to nickel and dime it with short passes.
And Sauls converts, and it's 14-6 Pittsburgh with 24 seconds left to play in the first half. That was an 11-play, 85-yard drive. And he burned 3 minutes and 57 seconds off the clock. So an effective drive by Skylar Thompson. And we'll see what the Jaguars opt to do here. Let's see. Josh Cephas stepping back with Dorian Singer, an undrafted rookie out of Utah. So Austin Trammell appears to be done for this evening.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for these guys now. Trammell's done a great job. We'll see if we can get a big one now.
Here's Singer. He's at the 10. And across the 30-yard line, caught at the 32. It sure seems like this dynamic kickoff is going to create exactly what they want.
Yeah, you want more returns. You want more returns. You want more big plays. The kick return has been such a big part of football forever. And for years, it was out of the game because of touchbacks and those things. They've tweaked the rule to create more opportunities for the returners to be a big part of the game. I'm a fan of that, obviously, as a former return.
I think we heard 362 returns last year, which was a significant increase from the year before. And Mullins with
But if it's tackle short, we'll just kind of run into the half. This gives them a chance. The ball is close enough to midfield where if you do hit a big play, Cam Little's range is significant. It may have an opportunity to try a long-distance field goal if you want to get that done.
How long distance would you think with Little?
Man, I think if you can get to the 35-yard line, 52 is what we're talking about. That's reasonable.
How about unreasonable?
I think we could probably get to the 40 and see.
Mullins under pressure, avoids, turns, throws. It's incomplete. I was thinking a little further than that.
Oh, you think he can get 62 if we get to the 45-yard line?
Do I think he can hit it? I know he can hit it. Can he hit it in the game, right? In live action. His long is 59. Mullins had no time. Scrambling, trying to throw. Steelers were all over him. 5 seconds left. How aggressive are you being?
Well, I mean, if you're trying to get in long distance field goal range, you can try a quick out. Those things, depends on how soft they're playing, but it's going to have to be out quick.
Little was hit him from well beyond 50 yards in warm-ups, but this is not going to get it done. It is going to get us to the end of the first half. 14-6. The
Before
Steelers
the clock
score.
expired, timeout, Jacksonville, their second.
No,
30-second
no,
timeout with 1 second left.
Remember, I
Brian,
asked you,
Brian,
how long would you try?
I mean, this is, holy smokes.
Listen,
70-yarder?
I know, and it's fun in a preseason game, but they do have a lot of confidence in this kid's leg.
70
yards?
70 yards?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, now here's the thing. There's no one back.
1 second left.
But in a normal situation, you've got to make sure that your field goal team is ready to cover because the return could be on.
You were talking 52, 55. Liam Cohen's thinking, why not go 70?
70-yard kick.
Listen, we're not joking. This kid can really drill the ball.
Holy smokes. They got a shot.
He just kicked a 70-yard field
kick.
goal. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
I've never seen that. The NFL record. That would be an NFL record.
This is the end of the first half.
Holy smokes.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
70 yards.
Great kick.
Hey, you're thinking mid-range, Bucky Brooks. You're thinking mid-range.
That changes everything going forward.
That is unbelievable. Justin Tucker holds the NFL record with a 66-yarder. Now, it doesn't count because it's preseason, but that's a Sports Center highlight. 70 yards. I've never even seen a 70-yard field goal attempt. We'll get some NFL veterans in the booth. Have you ever seen a 70-yard attempt?
Wow.
I mean, Logan Cook knew it was good the minute he hit it. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It sends a message, doesn't it?
Oh, it changes everything now. When you're Liam Cohen, you're beginning to plot out points and where you need to get to in certain areas of the field.
Liam
You have
Cohen,
a prolific point scorer now.
the coach told us special teams are special. I don't think he meant that special. And we're back with halftime after this.
From 70 yards, I've never seen a halftime of a preseason so electric.
That was pretty cool for Cam. You know, you wish that one went into the record books, and what a cool moment. You know, he wanted it and gave us the confidence to take a time out there and give him a chance.
Well, you know he's got the range now. You probably already knew that. What about your thoughts on the first half, specifically the first team offense?
Yeah, I think we went down and executed pretty well. You know, we just ended up getting into a 3rd and 12 after the penalty on the screen. That ended up putting us in a position where we were trying to go, hey, what can we get to maybe go for it? We didn't get enough. We kicked the field goal, but I thought Trevor looked sharp, made some good, sharp decisions. Everybody got a touch. You know, you want to score a touchdown, but good start.
All eyes on Travis Hunter. You got a little offense and a little defense.
Yeah.
Did the plan work?
Yeah, you know, he got some work. You know, we'd like to see him. He's just got to fill in a little bit more on defense in the run game there, but he made a good job on the 3rd down and put us in 4th down ability to go for it and made another catch. So, you know, good start.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, Brent. And let's take a look at the first half numbers. Bucky, as I hand them to you, you see them right there. What stands out?
Well, the thing that stands out to me is what Liam Cohen talked about. Trevor Lawrence being in rhythm, getting the ball out of his hands. He talked about also getting the top players touches. We saw everybody, Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Etienne, all play a part in the first half with Trevor Lawrence being very, very comfortable. It's exactly what the first-time head coach wants to see from his offense.
And you see that the Jaguars were able to run the ball successfully, but the number that stands out to the detriment is obviously their pass defense gave up a couple of big plays. Specifically a 22 and a 26-yarder on that final drive for the Steelers that ended with a touchdown tossed by Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a teachable moment. You want to teach the young players that were on the field to understand down, distance, situation, and circumstance. What do you want to take away? What are you trying to force the offense to settle for? It's something that they can work on, and hopefully we can see improvement in the second half.
Listen, it doesn't matter what happens the rest of the game. That is the story. And it doesn't count, obviously, in the record books. Justin Tucker will hold that still with his 66-yarder for the Ravens against Detroit. But I should point out, that one hit the crossbar and bounced in. This one would have been good for 72.
I mean, it was easy money. And you saw it was coming. I didn't think they were kicking, but great job by Cam Little.
And here's Little putting this one into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 35-yard line. I've watched him enough on the practice field to know what he's capable of. And Liam's an aggressive-minded coach, so I thought you were going to say 60. Well, you go 60, and I would have said, yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Let's go. 70? I didn't think that.
Never, but it goes back to what we talked about earlier, communication and trust. Cam Little being able to communicate to the coach, Coach, I got this, and Liam Cohen trusting his young kicker to be able to get it done. It's part of the culture and the environment the Jaguars are creating.
We saw the Jaguars offense find a bit of a rhythm there at points in the first half. Let's see if the defense can figure some things out. Skylar Thompson under pressure in the pocket, turns and dumps it off. The catch is made. The Jaguars are all over it. No gain. He found Trey Sermon, the running back, out of the backfield, and the Jaguars cover him up.
Yeah, really good job. And, first half time, you talk about it, you make some corrections. Let's see if the Jaguars defense can make some adjustments and put together a better performance against the passing game in the second half.
Our 1st and 10 line is brought to you in the third quarter by Larry's Giant Subs, home of the big one. Here's 2nd and 11. Receivers to the top of your screen, tight end to the bottom. And running back goes in motion. It's a high snap. Here's the handoff, and the Jaguars have Trey Sermon wrapped up after a short gain of a yard, maybe 2. But he's only to 36, so it brings up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd down and long. These are the type of situations the Jaguars want to force. Long yardage situation. Can you tighten the zone up to get off the field in these moments?
Quick snap. Skylar Thompson plants, turns, throws it underneath. Jaguars collapse. Did he get it?
Looks short.
Yeah, it looks like he's about a yard shy. They collapsed on Trey Sermon, but he got to the 44-yard line, and so the Steelers have the option here of less than a yard. They're measuring with cameras. You know that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It doesn't look close
Hawkeye system
to me, like just to the naked eye. It looks like it's far away from the sticks. And I know the sticks.
But why not practice it, right?
We can practice the Hawkeye system.
I love it in tennis, yes.
I love it, being able to see it and go through it. As long as we can get it quickly and everyone in the fans can have that enjoyable experience, I'm all good with it.
I loved it watching Wimbledon. I was upset they didn't use it at the French Open. And I'm excited now, obviously, to see it in play in the NFL. There are 6 cameras that are looking at that football out there right now and measuring the distance for the officials. It's clearly shy of the 1st down, but it's an opportunity for them to test the system, which will be in effect. And there are the cameras you see right now. 6 of them positioned around the stadium. And a chip on the ball, and here we go. This is the virtual measurement that we will see this season. And they're telling you exactly how far it is. 1 foot 7 inches. And the Steelers are going to go for it. Caleb Johnson in the backfield. Jaguars pinching all the gaps up front. Skylar Thompson, a veteran quarterback, under center. Hands it off. Jaguars penetrate. They get him. He did not get the 1st down. There's the Jaguars defense. And Trey Prince, the cornerback, the 2nd-year man, got in there and made the 1st hit. And the Jaguars will take over.
Gotta love it. Great job getting off the field.
Big play by the defense, and we're back to Everbank Stadium for more preseason football after this on the Jaguars University of Florida Preseason Network. Which 3rd down stop, and the ball is back in their court. Travis Hunter enjoying the action in his NFL debut. Take a look at the drive chart for the Jaguars. 3 field goals in 5 opportunities. I'd like to see if Nick Mullins, who is 8 of 15 for 55 yards, can find a little rhythm here and get the Jaguars into the end zone, Bucky.
Yeah, you do want to find the rhythm. And you see when the Jaguars offense best is a ball control outfit.
4 receivers and Bashir Tootin. Here's play action. Mullins under pressure, turns and launches this one, and it is going to be Intercepted. He put it up, and Trenton Irwin couldn't come down with it, and Austin Trammell's going to make sure it stays inside the 5-yard line. That's Cameron McCutcheon. There is a flag down in the offensive backfield. This could be a late hit on the quarterback. We'll wait and see what Alex Kemp and his officiating crew decide. He launched that one looking for the 6'2" Irwin. And Irwin couldn't come down with it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 92. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Isaiah Loudermilk gives the Jaguars new life.
Yeah, now, that's
previous spot.
Nick Mullins gets a mulligan for a poor decision. This is one that he should never put up. Late and high down the middle. Even though you want to trust Trenton Irwin to make the jump ball catch, you can't do this. We talk about turnovers being a deciding factor.
Right.
You can't put that up if you're Nick Mullins.
Listen, it didn't look like the biggest hit, but you see that Loudermilk made helmet-to-helmet contact, and so that's always going to be called. And now the ball goes to the 29-yard line.
Now Nick Mullins has to make up for it. Smarter decisions. Let's see if we can put this one in the paint.
He's going to be the backup quarterback in Jacksonville this year. Came with Grant Udinsky from Minnesota. Smart guy, understands the offense. Trevor Lawrence has given him a lot of credit for helping move things along. A quick drop and a quick throw, and it's a quick grab at the 21-yard line, and Irwin didn't get touched, so he got up and very smartly picks up the first down inside the 19-yard line.
Yeah, one thing that we have seen from this offense, they're really working inside, in breaking routes over the middle of the field. Trent Irwin here on a little inside break, catches the ball, gets up, veteran savvy, understanding he hasn't been touched, picks up a few more yards.
1st and 10 in the red zone now for Mullins. One back is the rookie from Virginia Tech. 2 receivers, a couple of tight ends. Sean Bowman's checked into the ball game for the first time this evening. And here's play action. And Mullins turns and throws it. And this is a down to the 8-yard line. He put that one right between 2 defenders, and Irwin comes up with it.
Yeah, this is the offense that we expected to see from the Jaguars. A lot of stretch, bootleg concepts. Here we see that coming out the back door. Doesn't like the flat. Ends up hitting Trent on the drag coming over the middle of the field. First down for the Jaguars.
1st and goal inside the 7-yard line. Austin Trammell checks into the ball game this evening for the first time at wide receiver. He and Irwin are at the top of your screen. Joshua Cephas is at the bottom. Mullins under center, takes a look at that defense, and now steps back into the shotgun. And a flag is thrown. We've got motion called against the Jags.
Yeah, still working out the Kings pre-snap penalty.
Ball starts, offense number 74. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Big Fred Johnson, the second-team left tackle, played in Philadelphia on their Super Bowl championship team last year. He might be, with all due respect to Tony Baselli and to Big John Henderson, he might be the biggest Jaguar I've ever seen. You know, he's a massive human being.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Mike Tomlin before the game. Fred came over there. He was an original Pittsburgh Steeler. And Mike Tomlin talked about just didn't have enough time to work with him as a project, but he's carved out a nice career for himself.
He is a big, talented guy, and I'm told he will push Walker Little, so Little's going to have to be on his game. 1st and goal. There's a quick throw, and it is caught for a touchdown.
How about that?
Trenton Irwin.
How about that? So, Brian, something that you don't know, Trenton Irwin is from the neighborhood, my neighborhood. I've been around him since he was a kid, 11, 12 years old, watching him grow up. This is what he's always been able to do. Catch passes, put balls in the paint. Excited to see him get it done. Bounce back from a drop early to make several contested catches. Great job by Trent Irwin.
And the Jaguars have their first lead of the night, 15-14, and they're going for 2. Look at that, Mullins excited. Talk about the mulligan, right? He took advantage of it.
Took advantage of it. Way to pay it off.
2-point conversion. Receivers are split. Tootin, the rookie running back.
20 seconds on the play clock, please.
In the back.
20 seconds. I never chopped it ready.
Preseason for everybody, right?
Preseason for everybody. They work it all out.
Officials, clock crew. Cephas at the bottom of your screen. Irwin, who just caught the touchdown at the top. Mullen takes the snap for the two-point conversion, rolling right, looking, and he's got nowhere to go, so he turns and fires it to the back of the end zone. It's incomplete, but his best throw of the night wasn't, and it was in the end zone to Trenton Irwin. How about a 3-play, 44-yard drive? Jaguars up 15-14, 11:21 to play, third quarter here at Everbank Stadium.
Since 2014.
And we're back in Jacksonville where the Jaguars have their first lead of the night, thanks to a strike from Nick Mullins to Trenton Irwin in the end zone. Jaguars up 15-14 since the Steeler touchdown with 24 seconds left in the first half. The Jaguars have a 70-yard field goal, Bucky, a fourth down stop, and Nick Mullins with that touchdown pass. Things turned around pretty quickly after that 70-yard field goal. And the return man's out across the 30 to near the 32.
Yeah, really good job by the Jaguars making adjustments. The young players learning from some of the mistakes in the first half, seeing a much better effort from the Jaguars.
Skylar Thompson stays on the field as the Steelers quarterback here in the third quarter. Has it at his own 31-yard line. One back and three receivers for Pittsburgh. Trailing for the first time tonight. Jaguars adjusting. And here's the toss. Pittsburgh trying to get outside. Jags all over it. Trey Sermon nowhere to run. It's a loss of a yard. Excellent job by Christian Braswell.
That was a really good job. That was what we call a toss crack. So it's a toss sweep. The wide receiver's cracking inside on a safety or a linebacker. Christian Braswell is taught. Crack and replace. Showed up. Negative play. Tackle for loss. Good job by the corner.
Third season in Jacksonville for Braswell. He's been trying to stay healthy, trying to find his way onto the field, and making some noise here this evening in the Jaguars' defensive backfield. 2nd and 11, and Thompson's back to throw. Pressure coming, and it is off the hands, or maybe the foot of his intended receiver, Max Hurlman. Incomplete, 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Jaguars have tightened up the zone coverage. And you see some veterans in there. Chad Muma, Ventrell Miller being in there, keeping everything in front, rallying close when the ball is thrown. That is what a vision and break defense does. Vision on the quarterback, break quickly, make big hits on the runners.
Jaguars put two safeties deep here with three receivers and a tight end in motion. Thompson takes a look, slows things down a bit, and now takes the snap. Plenty of time in the pocket, steps, turns, and delivers, and this one is caught, and it is a big pickup near midfield, across the 45, and down near the 40-yard line. Keshawn Williams makes the catch, eludes the defender, goes for 29. There is a flag down at the 45-yard line.
In the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 21. Penalties decline. First down.
Well, there's some noise by Braswell right there. All right, let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Brett Martineau with our player interview presented by Farah & Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Brian Thomas Jr. coming off a terrific rookie year. Can't wait for the second season in the NFL. But how about tonight? 11-play drive, end up with a field goal. What do you think of the work?
I feel like we did good. I feel like we got to clean up on little things. We had a couple penalties and stuff that we just got to clean up on. I feel like we needed to work, though. I feel like we needed to come out here and get this in, so we'll be ready for the season.
So you're glad you did, and you also got popped pretty good. So welcome to the season, right?
Yeah. We definitely needed it. We needed it as an offense, as a team. But we'll be ready when the season comes.
So much talk about this offense. What's it going to look like? How does it accentuate what you do as a player?
Just being able to do a lot more of like little things, little routes and stuff. So just adding to my game, expanding my route tree, just being able to do it like a lot more. Being able to have other good receivers in the offense also helps out too. You can't just double team one person, or can't just send the defense to one side. So that all helps out.
What is your comfort level with the offense right now? With Trevor, you only played a half a season with him last year.
Yeah, I'm super comfortable with the offense right now. Me and Trevor, our chemistry is steady growing. We've been getting a lot of reps at practice, staying after practice, getting extra reps. So I feel like our chemistry is steady growing.
You've been asked about Travis Hunter a bunch, but you know how big of a story this is, offense and defense. What does he bring to the room, though, to the building, to the field? What's he like to be around?
He's super exciting. He brings a lot of excitement. Super cool guy, super fun guy. Great person, and I feel like him being able to go out there and play, do what he wants, do his dream. So I feel like it's good for him.
He'll have a big year too, man.
Yep, yes, sir. Appreciate you.
That is Brian Thomas Jr., guys. Remind you a little bit of a Jimmy Smith campaign a year ago, Brian.
Let me tell you something. Jimmy Smith told me at halftime of that Colts game when we were getting set to induct Tom Coughlin into the pride of the Jaguars that he thought that kid was really good, and Jimmy Smith doesn't throw compliments around very often. So it told me a lot, and of course, 87 catches, 1,280 yards, and 10 touchdowns. And Brian Thomas Jr. is a legit superstar.
Yeah, legit superstar. And you're right. Jay Smoot does not throw compliments out there easily.
No.
And it's one of the things that you have to be impressed with when you look at Brian Thomas Jr. He has a veteran game, a seasoned game already. The challenge this year is how does he handle when the rest of the league starts to double team him, throw cloud coverage at him, do some tactics, try and neutralize some of the things he did last year.
Trevor Lawrence said it best. You've got to put the ball up in a spot he can go get it. And with those long arms and that explosive speed, he's a guy who can go get the ball. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. This drive has gone all the way inside the red zone, and it's incomplete in the end zone. It'll bring up 2nd down. He was looking for Rock Taylor, and Thompson couldn't connect with him. He was covered up.
Yeah, really good job. Coverage on the back end. We're seeing the coverage tighten up, trying to mix in man and zone. Really solid job in the secondary on that last play.
You look at what he did, over 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. Well, Jamar Chase is probably the best receiver in the game, and Randy Moss is one of the best receivers I've ever covered in more than 3 decades in this game. That's elite territory. Screen pass set up. Trey Sermon's got blockers. And this is a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Yeah, perfect call by the Pittsburgh Steelers on that. Bringing a little pressure. They call a slow screen to the running back. They seduce everybody, bring all the defensive front in, drop it off to him. He cruises in for a touchdown. Sometimes the play caller win. Good job by Arthur Smith and company.
3rd touchdown of the night for the Steelers. This one puts the black and gold back on top, 20-15 with the extra point forthcoming. Ben Sauls, the left-footed kicker from Pitt. They'll look to make this one 21-15. And this one is good. 7:57 to play in the 3rd quarter. Steelers on top, 21-15. We're back in Jacksonville after this. Jacksonville, time for our Subaru drive of the game, and it was the most recent one by Nick Mullins. 3 passes, all to Trenton Irwin, covered 44 yards, and that one got him in scoring position. Bucky Brooks, this one gave him their first lead of the game.
Yeah, great throw and catch, excellent route by Trenton Irwin. More importantly, Nick Mullins dropping a dime when he needed to make a tight window throw.
That's our Subaru drive of the game, presented by Subaru of Jacksonville. Visit SoJax.com to learn more. And there he is, Irwin back to retrieve this kickoff, and he's got it coming out of the end zone. And he doesn't get real far. Got across the 22, maybe the 23, where Carson Bruner made the stop. Bruner, I should point out, the son of former Pac-10 standout Mark Bruner, who played for the Steelers as a tight end for years. College teammate of Mark Brunell.
I think he's also a scout for the Steelers still.
Yeah. Well, that's probably an easy scouting report. He's my kid, drafted. It worked for the guy in Dallas the year before. 7:51 to play, 3rd quarter preseason opener. A beautiful night. It was stormy early, and we thought we might have some interruptions, but no going. And here's the handoff to Tootin. And he picks up 3, 4, maybe 5 yards as he grinded it out there. And we've got the pride of Bishop Kenny High School from across the river, John Wolford.
How about that? Another local kid gets to play for his hometown team. Wolford, who is a bit of a legend in town. This is good, but also having been in this offense, having known Liam, he's another guy who can help everyone with the learning curve of the offense.
In LA, knows that system. In Tampa, knows that as well. And Johnny Wolford's under center here on 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And Tootin is spinning and twisting and fighting for a little more than 2. Deshaun Jameson, the nickelback, comes in and makes the stop. And it'll bring up 3rd down and just a little more than 3 yards.
Yeah, really good job fighting for extra yardage, to making a hard push to finish strong, which is what every running back coach is always telling these guys every day.
LaQuint Allen, junior, 7th-round pick from Syracuse, a very talented receiver out of the backfield on 3rd down and 3. Wolford takes the delivery, and there's a flag. Another pre-snap penalty against the Jags.
Ball start, offense, number 80. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Joshua Cephas.
Yeah, Brian, one thing I can guarantee, this week they'll do a lot of stances and starts. They'll do some things to make sure that they clean up this pre-snap penalty thing that they have going on. False starts, lining up wrong, all those things. You expect some of this. You got to clean this up, though.
Seems like it's been sloppier than it has. It's only the 5th penalty, but 3 of them are false starts, and that drives coaches crazy.
Man, that's just easy. Just giving yards away.
So it's 3rd down and 8. And Wolford's got a tight end and 3 receivers. Pressure coming. Wolford tries to get outside, scrambling and looking. And he turns and throws the ball just up for grabs, looking for Camper in the hopes that somehow he could connect. No dice. Time to punt.
Yeah, couldn't get it going. Pre-snap penalty didn't help. Now we got a punt and pay defense. Overall, you expect Wolford to get their group together on the sideline. They need a much better effort when they get the ball again.
That's a Logan Cook. Swinging that big right leg. He'll punt to Keshawn Williams, who stands at the Pittsburgh 25-yard line. And this is a low knuckleball, and it's going to bounce and die, rolling down near the 27-yard line.
Yeah, interesting technique by Logan Cook on that one. Low knuckleball, hits the ground and dies. I wish I could have that when I was playing golf.
21-15, Steelers lead. We're back after this. Jaguars flag football team went to Atlanta and won the championship. And that young man, well, I don't even need to explain to you who it is. Everyone saw that catch. It was unbelievable. We're going to show it to you. Just in case you're one of the few people who follows football who hasn't marveled at what a 14-year-old athlete could do. And Skylar Thompson, with plenty of time, turns and launches the ball to the sideline. And that one is incomplete. Let's take a look at that flag football play. Well, there's a flag on the field here that will keep us from showing it to you, but we will get it to you.
Pass interference, defense, number 25. Ball's placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
Rayon Lane, the rookie safety. Let's take a look at this catch.
This is one of the best catches that I've seen. We're talking about a guy just having excellent hand-eye coordination and ball skills. To think about this, and I understand people talk about the ball being low, but to catch it reverse-handed with one hand, that is just unbelievable. It's just an unbelievable catch.
Well, listen, you can look and just see him matched up against those other players. He is a really special physical specimen. He's got the ball loose tip. Speaking of that, Yasir Abdullah almost made a catch as good.
We need to get Yasir Abdullah some of those gloves.
Oh, man. He almost had a reaching, twisting, turning catch.
Oh, it's right there for him.
Listen, if he pulls that one down, we're not talking about the flag football kid anymore, are we?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not that we don't want to. That young man is a good young man, and we enjoyed having him here. The team enjoyed talking to him. But if Abdul pulls that one down, he wants us to talk about him. 2nd and 10. Steelers at the 35-yard line. Evan Hold the back. Thompson, quick drop, looks right, under pressure, turns and dumps it. It is caught. And it's a short completion to J.J. Galbraith.
Yeah, tight coverage. Daniel Thomas being right on the spot. Makes the tackle, forces a 3rd down situation. The Jaguars have kind of shifted, playing a little more man-to-man. And some of this is, when you're in the evaluation process, you do want to see which guys can do it, not only in the secondary, but the linebackers as well.
A lot of matchups they're trying to get so they get a good look at someone. And there is a really good play call by the Steelers that had Lance McCutcheon all by himself in the middle of the field for 1st down yardage.
Yeah, some of these rub concepts, meaning crossing routes where you're making defenders work under and over various pick possibilities. there, cuts him wide open over the middle of the field, and then to communicate that to make sure everyone's on the same page.
1st and 10, just shy of the 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Steelers up by 6, 21-15. Thompson under center, surveys that Jacksonville defense. Barks out the signals and hands the ball off, and there goes Trey Sermon. And Sermon has 4, maybe 5 yards. A flag is down, and this one's going to go against the Jags.
Yeah, it might be a defensive holding penalty. They're looking inside.
Holding, defense number 92. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Danny Strigo, an undrafted rookie free agent from Minnesota, playing defensive end.
So, Brian, sometimes what you get on those defensive holding calls at the line of scrimmage, you have the defensive lineman who will hold on to a lineman who is trying to climb to the next level to get to the linebacker, trying to help his teammate out, but he has to be careful with his hands.
1st and 10 for the Steelers at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. Single high safety. Here's play action. Skylar Thompson launches one. He's got a wide open receiver, and it's a first down for Pittsburgh at the 18-yard line of Jacksonville. Rock Taylor, the rookie from Memphis, pulls it in for 22 yards.
Yeah, we've seen the Jaguars get hit with these kind of concepts a few different times. Big diagonal route, crossing route coming from across the field. You got to maintain that leverage. You want to stay on that outside hip pocket to make sure you can make a play on the ball late. Got lost in the sauce a little bit.
Steelers have 3 red zone trips before this one this evening, and they've scored a touchdown on all 3 of them. At the 18-yard line, Thompson stops his cadence, looks at the defense, barks out the signals, and now he's back under center. And here's the handoff, and there's not much room for Evan Hall as he picks up almost 3 to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, solid job up front. You don't like giving up 3 yards on the run game. You want to force them to long yard situations. You got to do a better job of playing off the blocks at the point of attack.
Steelers doing what they do here, running the ball.
Yeah, kind of grinding it out a little bit. Jaguars got to stand up.
And Thompson rolling out right, turns and throws. He's got a receiver, and the catch is made near first down yardage for Hall. So it'll bring up 3rd down and a little more than a yard. Ball is between the 9 and the 10. They got to get to the 8. So it's about a 6-yard pickup for Hall, and Jordan Jefferson checks into the ball game. 2nd-year defensive tackle, wide body from LSU. They're hoping to get his running mate from LSU, Mason Smith, back on the field before too long. Ticking down to 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. A high snap, Thompson pulls it down, and the Jaguars can't stop the forward progress by Hall. It's 1st and goal for Pittsburgh inside the 7.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. Now you have a tight red area situation. 1st and goal, Jaguars trying to win to force a field goal. That'll be a victory for them if you think about Anthony Campanelli and how he wants to approach this situation.
First game for Campanelli as a defensive coordinator. He was a linebackers coach last year on an excellent defense in Green Bay, and he's got a plan to bring to Jacksonville. We'll see exactly how long it takes him to get there, and this time the Jaguars get it done. Players rave about it. Players love the way he approaches the game.
His connectivity, his energy, the passion, you feel that. And when you add that with intelligence and knowledge and those things, players really buy in. But it's the cooperation that he's displayed early in terms of taking feedback from players and making changes.
Well, and Liam Cohen told us that the reason that he was the hire was because of the way that he connects with players. So you use the word connectivity, and that's exactly what Cohen saw when he interviewed him.
Ball start, offense number 68. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
And so the Steelers will march back 5 yards. Call it 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. He's an engaging guy. He's with great intensity. And listen, you and I talked about before the Packers game last year, we talked about how good that Packers defense was, and you said that Packers players almost always are in position to make plays. They're never out of position.
And that's a big part of the Jaguars. If you think about some of the issues from last year, different coaching staff, but man, just alignment, assignment, and adjustment, knowing where to line up, knowing what your assignment is, and how you're going to adjust to whether motions and those things. If they can just master that area, it gives them a chance. Don't get beat by alignment and assignment early.
Antonio Johnson makes sure that Evan Hull does not pull that one in. And so it's 3rd down and goal from the 12-yard line. Steelers have converted 7 of 10 this evening and 5 of the last 6. So here's a test for Coach Camp's defense. Little wins, right? Try to stack some little wins together here. Albrecht, the tight end, in motion. Thompson looks at 2 safeties back. Takes the waist-high delivery. Plants, turns, wants to throw. His hit!
Oh!
And second, the ball is free!
Out.
And the Jaguars have recovered a fumble. Now, whether they hold it after this pile comes up, I don't know. Nope, they didn't get it back. Hull got it.
Oh, my gosh.
Great play. There you go. There's a win.
Man, that was right there for him. Ball sitting right there.
Timeout.
And the Jaguars defense comes up with a big one, down 21-15. And we'll see what the Steelers do on 4th down and 18. You said they needed a win. That's a win if you force a field goal.
That is a win. Come a long way. Good job.
We're set to start the 4th quarter when we return to Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville right after this. Back at the old Everbank Stadium, Bucky Brooks. That's the new one. The Stadium of the Future. Fans arrived here tonight. They had to kind of work around their normal patterns of getting to their seats are a little bit disrupted tonight. And this season, they'll have to pay attention because we're under construction already in Jacksonville. The promise of that stadium is off the charts.
It's going to be exciting when it's finally complete. It's going to be an exciting venue to be able to watch a game. And hopefully, what you're hoping is you have a championship caliber team to welcome the fans back to the new stadium.
Sensational. It is an amazing, amazing stadium. Can't wait to see them in it. Here's a 36-yard field goal attempt for Ben Sauls to extend the lead. And the kick is up on the way. And lefty launched it right between the uprights. And it's 24-15 Pittsburgh. And we'll be right back after this short message from the University of Florida. Time now for Finding Solutions, presented by the University of Florida, the #1 university in U.S. News and World Report, the #1 state for education, and something we've been talking about all night. Something that the Jaguars have to solve is their running game in short yardage, and we'll talk about that through the 4th quarter. First, though, see if the Jaguars can do something with this kick. And away we go. Coming out of the end zone. And Dorian Singer decides to bring it out. We're talking about finding solutions from the University of Florida. Jaguars got to get the running game going. What solutions have you seen this evening? What do you expect to see this season?
Well, the biggest thing is Liam Cohen is going to make a commitment to the running game. When we talked about it, he talked about you need the running game to set the tone in terms of a physical standpoint, but also you want the running game to be able to alleviate some of the pressure on the quarterback, not just by handing the ball off, but by creating one-on-one opportunities on the outside. If you can run the football effectively, it gives you big play potential in the passing game.
Finding Solutions brought to you by the University of Florida, the #1 university in U.S. News and World Report, the #1 state for education. Singer just scooted up the sideline for 21 yards, and the Jags in business.
Yeah, now this is a big part of the offense. Being able to run after the catch. Great catch, makes the first defender miss, and what should have been a 5-yard game becomes a significant game, almost an explosive play because he was able to run after the catch.
The First and 10 line is brought to you tonight by PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jaguars. First and 10 at the 47-yard line. Quentin Morris checks in at tight end. Tootin is in the backfield. He takes the handoff running right, stutter steps, tries to turn it back, but the Steelers were all over it. No gain on the play, maybe even lost a few feet.
Yeah, good job by the Steelers. Penetration killed the running game at the point of attack. You want to get a better push from the front line. Didn't see that happen on this play. They were facing a 2nd and long situation.
Former Jagasezi Odumewo made the stop there, and I said the name because I practiced it all year last year, and I wanted to see if I could still do it. I got it. I got it. 2nd and 10. Ball near the 47-yard line. And Johnny Wolford takes the waist-high delivery. Time in the pocket, turns and launches the pass, and this one is caught. And more. Look at him go. Down the sideline, Eli Pankow. And let's check in on the sidelines with Brent Martineau, our player interview presented by Farah & Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars after that 17-yard pickup.
And nice pickup there. We're here with Travon Walker, trying to stop pickups like that all season long. Got a little work in today. Obviously not ideal, the result of it, but what do you think of the work?
I mean, it was good to get the field, get back on the field with the guys, but obviously we can definitely do better. They did a little bit of hurry up, but like I said, it's the first time back on the field with the guys. I feel like it's nothing that we can't correct.
How is this coming together? A lot of new faces and voices and parts moving around. What do you think on the practice field?
Guys, we look good at practice. Like I said, we just have to continuously bring that energy, effort, everything from the practice field to the game field now that we're starting to get into the preseason and just continuously doing what we've been practicing on the whole offseason.
How do you feel as a player as you continue to ascend here in year 4? You've been able to stack good seasons on top of each other. Where are you as a player in the league?
I feel real comfortable, man. Like going out there today, I felt great. Just obviously, I know it's preseason, but I came into this game with the same mindset as I would coming into the regular season game. So now I'm a lot more comfortable. I just really want to go out there and play fast, and that's what the coaches are allowing us to do, go out there, play fast, and be us.
How crazy is the competition between you and Josh, whether it's a sack counter or any other big play counter in that room?
Man, it's always going to be competition between me and Josh because we both have the same mindset. We want to be both the best that we can be every day. We want to be the best in the NFL. He wants to win Defensive Player of the Year. I want to do it. I want to win it as well. But like I say, we got to come out here. We got to translate everything from the practice field to the game field. And once we consistently be able to do that, then I feel like everything will take care of itself. Consistency, man, as far as the competition between me and him, it's always going to be that.
Lastly, Smoot, Agba, guys like that, how much of a difference will they make in your pass rush this season?
Man, that'll make a great impact, especially, coming in, being able to give us a breather and that great rushes, great run stoppers as well. So I feel like it won't be no drop-off at all. And as you want guys to back you up, you don't want to be no back-off. You want guys who can come in that you can trust. And obviously, they're both veteran guys, and they're both great players as well.
Travon Walker, have a great season, man.
Thank you.
You guys, will send it back up to you. I don't think enough people are talking about Travon Walker.
No, they're not. Listen, the great Tony Brackens is #1 on the Jaguars' all-time sack chart, and the great Josh Hines-Allen is right behind him. In fact, he'll pass him this year. But neither one of those guys, both draft choices by the Jaguars, ever put back-to-back double-digit sack seasons together. It just hasn't happened. That guy right there, Travon Walker, the first Jaguars draft choice to ever do that. 15-yard completion, and it's 1st and goal near the 8-yard line. Wolford under center, hands the ball to Tootin, and he's patient, and he charges up the middle, and the Jags are pushing and trying to get him to the end zone, and they got him there!
Iron Jaguars. Talk about the offseason program, the strength and conditioning program, all the competitiveness, everyone getting together like they're pushing the sled. That was a great job.
Listen, that was fun. That looked like the Detroit Lions running game right there.
Physical at the point of attack, physical to finish. But sure, Tootin finishing with violence. You love to see it. And when the gang gets together and pushes them into the zone, you love that if you're Liam Cohen and the Jaguars.
That was fun. We've had some fun moments this evening. 70-yard field goal. That touchdown right up there. And here's the extra point try, which seems just, ho-hum after a guy kicks a 70-yard field goal. This one just, swinging a leg.
I mean, that should be light work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give him 70.
Here's the problem. We're all going to assume he's going to make everything now under 70. Jaguars charging back, down 24-22 with 11:02 to play in the fourth quarter. And we're back to Everbank Stadium right after this. Well, we talked about wanting to see an improved running game. Facial Tootin and the offensive line just gave it to us. What a fun play as they just would not be denied en route to the end zone. A charging, pummeling, pounding kind of touchdown.
Look, it's not talked about a lot at the NFL level, the importance of the strength and conditioning program as it relates to adding to the culture that the head coach wants to create. When we talk about wanting a physical running game, you got to get that done in the offseason. We've seen that.
All right, well, the Prowler jerseys are back. Don't we all love them? You can snag tickets to all 4 throwback games this season and get a limited edition keychain with a throwback pack on sale now. Week 3 against the Texans, Monday Night Football against Kansas City, and a couple of divisional matchups against the Colts and the Titans late in the season when perhaps the division is on the line. Wouldn't it be fun to do it in those throwbacks? 10:55 left to play. Jags trail this one 24-22. Here's play action. Thompson stumbles a bit, now wants to throw back. Has to step to avoid, he's under pressure. And the ball is batted away. Miles Cole got out there with those long arms and knocked it down.
Yeah, really good job. Coverage was solid in the back end. That allowed the pressure to eventually get close to Thompson, but then just a great play. Everyone taking care of their responsibilities. Alignment, assignment, adjustment. We talked about the importance of it. Great job by the second and third unit.
We heard about Miles Cole last year when the Jaguars picked him at the end of the draft in 2024. All the measurables, he's 6'6", he's got long arms. Made a couple of plays tonight. One of those developmental players, draft and develop. What the great franchises do. And Thompson wants to set up the screen, and there is room. And the Jaguars are around him, but they don't get him on the ground. Lou Nichols just was given a seam as someone missed a tackle, and it's close to a first down. Take a look at the replay, and replays this quarter presented by Everbank. Advantage you. Yeah, other banks talk a big game, they deliver results. Step up your game plan at everbank.com/Jaguars.
Yeah, this is one of the things when you play more zone defense, vision and break. But the big part of it is you have to tackle well in space. Close, but now you got to be able to get the ball carrier, the pass catcher, down.
Tackling is one of the things that Liam Cohen told us yesterday they were eager to see. You can't really do it on the practice field. You can't do it in a scrimmage. This is the first live tackling they've had since they opened camp. Here's the short handoff, and Nichols is going to get the first down as he crosses the 43 and reaches for the 44, maybe even to the 45. Ethan Downs makes the stop for the Jaguars.
Now, Brian, for some of the guys that are young and finally have an opportunity to play, what you're trying to do is make a play that gives you an opportunity to get more reps next week. With only 3 preseason games,
they're starting
man,
to dwindle.
You got to splash. You got to make a splash play to show up.
Coaches want to start working more and more with the guys they're going to count on. So if you're one of those borderline edge of the roster guys, pretty important for you to make a play. 1st and 10, here's the handoff. Room over the right side. Gain of 3 for Nichols. Young running back from Central Michigan running with some power there. 9 minutes and counting, fourth quarter, preseason opener in Jacksonville.
Yeah, now even though the young guys are in, this is where you have to stand up. Liam Cohen, the defense, you want to see your defense finish strong in the fourth quarter. The Pittsburgh Steelers aren't quite in the 4-minute offense when they're trying to run it out, but you have to be able to turn the spigot off when it comes to the running game.
Man in motion, and Thompson looks at the defense. Hand signals, now he's got what he wants. And it's Nichols again, running wide left, and look at him pound his way over Jack Kaiser and pick up a first down. The rookie linebacker from Notre Dame was not in a good position to get him to the ground, and Rayon Lane, another rookie, had to do it. 8-yard gain.
Yeah, not ideal. In the game, you have opportunity to be the hammer or the nail. You want to make sure you're the hammer, not the nail. At that time, Jack Kaiser got caught.
First and 10, Steelers, who will be contentious to run the ball here, you would imagine. At the 44-yard line of Jacksonville territory. This is where stopping the run becomes your will against theirs. Another handoff to Nichols, trying to get outside, and he does. He's got room. Jaguars finally get him on the ground.
Yeah, Brian,
first down.
Yeah, Brian, what you're talking about, it's not an X and O's thing. It's the will. It's your identity. Are you going to be a team that is tough enough to get these stops? Like, it's a physical team on the ground. That's what it comes down to, your mentality.
Go back to what we talked about earlier. Liam Cohen told us yesterday, we have to become a physically and mentally tough team. This scenario right here challenges both. He'd like to have something he could show him in the meeting room. Evan Holt checks into the game. And a timeout is called for.
Before the snap, timeout, Jacksonville. Their first of the half.
7 minutes to play. 24-22, Steelers driving. We're back to Jacksonville in just a moment. For our Seriously Nice player of the game, presented by Breeze Airways. Seriously Nice. Listen, I don't know whether there's a breeze at his back or not. He didn't need it.
Absolutely didn't need it. Nailed a 70-yard. Never thought we would get to the point where 70-yarders could be made in the game. Cam Little just raised the bar for every kick in the National Football League.
What a great moment shared by his team. Too bad it doesn't count, but you never know. Maybe we'll get an attempt in the regular season. Evan Hall in the ball game with 7 minutes to play. It's first and 10 for Pittsburgh, and the handoff to Hull, and he is dropped in the backfield, and a flag is thrown in on top of it. They're going to get the tight end, Galbraith, for holding. Yasir Abdullah wrapped him up. Alice Kemp still looking for the Jaguars to tell him what
holding.
they want.
Offense number 72. The penalties declined. Second down. 60 reports. Okay.
So it's a loss of about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, loss of 4 yards. And one of the things we talked about early in the game, Liam
Number
Cohen.
60 has reported eligible. 60 is eligible.
We talked about Liam Cohen, talked about managing the overall game. This is a great practice in terms of, okay, what are we going to do in these situations? Other teams in 4-minute offense, how are we going to use our timeouts? What are the strategies and tactics we want to employ? Great practice not only for the players, but for the head coach.
Skylar Thompson in since mid-second quarter, takes the snap, play action under pressure, has to run, turns and throws, and misses his intended target. He was looking for Lou Nichols, and instead it's incomplete. Third down and 14, and that particular play right there pays off for Liam Cohen. B.J. Green, the undrafted rookie from Colorado, helps him out. Because now all of a sudden you didn't have to take the penalty, and it's third down, not second down.
Yeah, great job by B.J. Green. Just the effort, the energy, trying to get to the quarterback, force a hurry throw. Nice job from the rookie from Colorado.
Ball to the 34-yard line. Steelers up 24-22. Pressure coming now. Thompson turns and delivers, and it is it caught? I didn't see a signal. And there is a flag down in the secondary.
Yeah, we hope.
So we'll watch both of these.
Critical defensive holding.
While the quarterback had the ball in the pocket, illegal contact. Defense number 50. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That's a
backbreaker.
You have third down and 14. Now it's first down and 10.
Off the field, and this is one of the things that sometimes your young players have to get used to. Different rules in the pros in terms of how long you put your hands on, those things. As they're adapting and adjusting, you can have some of these missteps, but man, that's a critical error.
You see Anthony Campanile, a linebackers coach last year, just shaking his head because that was a linebacker, Branson Combs. Here's the handoff. Lou Nichols, stutter steps, pauses. He's very patient. Gets to the outside, and the Jaguars cover him up after a few yards.
Yeah, really good job shutting the door. Not having any leaks at the point of attack. And then finally, enough guys rallying to the ball to get the running back down.
Clock continues to run. Steelers facing second down. Content to just keep running the ball. And that's sort of a coach's mentality in the fourth quarter anyway of a preseason opener.
Yeah, now some of this is tactical. You're working on strategies, but a lot of it is, okay, we got the work in. Hey, let's get out of here. Make sure all of our guys are healthy and available for week 2.
Ball to the 27 in Jacksonville territory. And Thompson takes it under pressure. Launches this one for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. What a catch. Keshawn Williams just took it away from the defensive back and scores a Steeler touchdown, 26-yard strike. I thought that Skylar Thompson was really just heaving the ball because pressure was coming up the middle.
Yeah, just got caught in a pressure situation. Cover 0 blitz. All out hit it. Look, the defensive back is right there. He has vision on the ball, has his hands up, it just goes through his hands, plays through the pocket. Great catch by the Steelers wide receivers. It's one of those things, 50-50 ball. Keshawn Williams comes down with a catch.
And so the Steelers extend their lead. It's 30-22. The extra point will make it 31-22. With 5:16 to play, the Jaguars offense will be on the field when we return to Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville right after this. And welcome back to Everbank Stadium. 5:16 to play in the fourth quarter. And Dorian Singer is back to return this kickoff if he can. And you see, we talked earlier about the impact of the dynamic kickoff last year. Pretty dramatic improvement, more than 10%. This year with the 35-yard line being the penalty for the touchback in the end zone, maybe go up a little bit.
Yeah, it should go up, more opportunities. And after having a year to study it in the entire offseason, we should see more returns, more big returns, now that everyone understands how it's going to be played out from a tactical standpoint.
And it's a collaboration between the competition committee and the special teams coordinators who were consulting and advising how you could tweak it to be able to create some strategic opportunities. And listen, Heath Farwell is as good a special teams coach as there is in the NFL. I'm sure he and Luke Thompson, his assistant special teams coordinator, have some things lined up.
I mean, absolutely. You want to take advantage of that. You want to get dynamic in the return game.
And this time you're going to penalize the Steelers. They're going to kick it that deep. Yeah, you take it to the 35. Dorian Singer did not listen last time when Chandler Brayboy said, don't come out. This time he did. Seth Hennigan, by the way, checking in at quarterback. Undrafted rookie from Memphis.
Yeah, great opportunity for Seth to come in. In a way, he's lucky because they're down. He's going to have an opportunity to show off the arm a little bit, show the coaching staff that he can run the team in what is going to be a no-huddle 2-minute offense situation.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line. LaQuint Allen Jr., the rookie from Syracuse in the backfield. Quentin Morris, the tight end, slides to the top of the screen in motion. Steelers with a single high safety. There's the waist-high delivery. Hennigan turns and throws, and Allen has it, and he's up the sideline across the 40-yard line, and they'll put him out of bounds at the 42 for a pickup of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, sometimes this is the easiest situation to jump into as a quarterback. Soft coverage, balls coming out, quick rhythm throw.
Stacked receivers, and Hennigan turns and delivers a dart. This one caught by the tight end, Morris. Came to the Jaguars in free agency via the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 Jacksonville at their 47-yard line. Clock ticking, 4:41 and counting. Hennigan stays in the shotgun. A little bit of a low snap, shuffles his feet, turns and delivers it out of the backfield. LaQuint Allen Jr. tries to go inside, has to go to the outside, and the boundary was not helpful. Carson Bruner makes the stop after a very short gain, less than a yard.
Yeah, less than a yard. Didn't get much out of that. Threw the check down on the outside. Not fully in a 2-minute mode, but you always want to be aware of where the sideline is to save some precious seconds.
So a tight end and 3 receivers now for the Jaguars offense in attack mode, trying to get the ball down the field in a hurry. And Hennigan plants, turns and delivers a dart. Nice. This one to the 37-yard line. And the rookie has the Jaguars in position. Cam Camper, an undrafted rookie from Boise State, makes a 14-yard catch and the Jags at the 37-yard line. Hennigan steps up to avoid the pressure. With time, looks to the boundary. He's got a receiver, and a beautiful catch is made.
Did
they say it was out of bounds? Chandler
Brayboy
looked like he had it. Could not, in fact, pull it in.
Could not. I mean, terrific throw.
Went through
right
his
there.
hands.
Right there.
That, you're talking about getting reps. That's one that he will be thinking about until the early morning hours. 3:37 left in the fourth quarter. 31-22 Steelers. Liam Cohen would love to have the opportunity to try an onside kick. There's a quick throw. Singer has got it. And Singer picks up 4 yards. Clock rolling here. Under 3.5 to play. And it's 3rd down and 6. So talking about situational game planning here, you try this little chip shot 50-yard field goal now.
Yeah, there are a few different ways you can approach it. You don't get the first down, kick the field goal, onside kick, and see if your offense can find a way to win it.
Remember when a 50-yard field goal wasn't considered a chip shot?
I mean, now
it is in Jacksonville now.
Yeah, now if you knock down 70 yards.
It is in Jacksonville now. Flipping it on its ear. Conventional wisdom on the field goal. All gone after that 70-yarder. Hennigan with time, launches it. He's got a receiver. He throws it behind Cam Camper. It's incomplete. Here's decision. And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. Liam Cohen playing out some different strategies.
Yeah.
One that can come and play during the regular season. Can we make the field goal, then get an onside kick, and see if you can finish it with a terrific 2-minute drill that ends in a game-winning score.
So here's a 52-yard field goal. Tonight, Cam Little's connected from 41, 40, and 70 yards. What a kick, what a night. And this one is up, and it is on the way. And he got it. I think it went a little low because there was great pressure from the outside by the Steelers, but it cuts the lead back to 6, 31-25 with 2:45 left to play.
Man, what a great offensive weapon in Cam Little.
Let's take a look at what Travis Hunter accomplished tonight. He was one of our big storylines, our Tico Peoples Gas hot take. And he had a couple of catches for 9 yards. And was involved in defense too.
You could tell early in the game, it was a concerted effort to make sure he was involved. Couple option routes where you got the ball to him. And these things will expand as he gets comfortable. Then on defense, just playing his zone, has to come downhill. Got to make a better tackle, but he's active, he's aware, he was involved. And the more reps he gets, the better he's going to be on each side of the ball.
Listen, you might name him the player of the game for being, right, for playing on both sides, except that Cam Little has 202 yards of field goals, right? 70, 52, 41, 40. It's Cam Little.
Oh, it's his night. 70-yarder. 70-yarder, yes. Give him
a little chip shot. Jags playing strategy, going to make the Steelers return it. And across the 20-yard line, and the Jags have him bottled up. I think he's free, crosses the 30, the 35. He's still on his feet. You got to get him on the ground, fellas. Gets to the 36-yard line. Deshaun Jameson. Limp leg there, kind of looked like he was going down, and then all of a sudden he's up the field for a couple of extra yards.
Yeah, up the field for a couple extra yards. Now Liam Cohen, from a managerial standpoint, 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute. You're talking to your defense about being able to finish this off. It'll be interesting to see, does Cohen use his timeouts
Number 60
on the front end of the 2 minutes.
Eligible. 60 is eligible.
Well, if you're Mike Tomlin, you probably want to see if Lou Nichols can keep pounding the ball. And that's what they do with Evan Hull, and the Jags stop him after a 2-yard pickup and use a timeout.
Jacksonville, their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Tomlin's been around this game a long time, Bucky Brooks.
Long time, and you just don't stay around like that unless there's a level of consistency. We have seen Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season, just does a great job of setting the standard with his ball club each and every year. This is a team that prides itself in its toughness, its physicality, how they show up, and with some of the new additions that they've made in terms of some of the older guys, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, DK Metcalf, this is a team that feels like they can go for it all.
They're going for it, yeah. The 10-7 a year ago, as you mentioned. Logan Woodside, the quarterback here, with 2:29 left to play. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line. He hands the ball off, and the Jaguars defense stands tall against the run and will use another timeout.
Yeah, and this brings up a critical third down situation.
Their 3rd and final.
So Logan Woodside was just signed this week because their draft choice, Will Howard, from Kansas State and Ohio State, is injured. So Woodside's on the roster, handing the ball off here. You don't get the sense they're going to throw it down the field. Maybe punt and play defense.
Yeah, you never know now. This is one where you feel confident enough in the quarterback to make a play to end the game.
Is that they would do.
Defense needs to be ready for anything. Tight coverage on the outside, man-to-man. Everyone has to hold up in their matchup. And then the front line, if they run the ball, you got to be able to get off the field.
Now Woodside's in the shotgun. Jaguars stacking the line of scrimmage now, filling all the gaps. And he took the ball himself.
Oh,
and the Jaguars got him. He hesitated just long enough for Rayon Lane to trail him. It looked like there was no chance the Jaguars were going to get to him. And the quarterback sort of hiccuped. And now the Jaguars will use another timeout. Well, no, they're not going to. They're going to get to the 2-minute warning. They don't have to.
Yeah.
This is the 2-minute warning. Timeout.
We hit the 2-minute warning. Jaguars have a chance here in the preseason opener. We'll see if they can make the most of it when we return.
Go. Go, go.
Him talked about this in the production meeting about just first-time head coach trying to go through all the mechanics. Being a head coach managing the entire team and calling plays. Perfect setup. Finish it off with a 2-minute drill.
Trenton Irwin tries to get underneath this one. He's got it at the 13-yard line. Tries to make a man miss. Nothing doing. I get the sense he was put back there for his sure hands more than his ability to return that one.
Yeah.
All right, see what they can do. What do they got to cover? 80-plus yards.
Yeah, we need a touchdown.
149, no timeouts.
Man, tough situation for the rookie quarterback, but this is going to be great. The situational awareness. Remember, one of the things we talked about, situational masters, understanding situation, getting out of bounds, all those things are in play right now for this young group.
Wants his team to play fast, fundamentally sound, attacking, situational masters, and tough. Let's see how mentally tough this team is. Empty backfield for Hennigan, the undrafted rookie from Memphis. Takes the waist-high delivery and drops to throw. He's got time in the pocket, dumps it underneath. The catch is made. That's Morris, the tight end. And the Jaguars will hurry to the line of scrimmage after the 7-yard completion. 2nd and 3. Hennigan calm and cool. Again, plenty of time. We'll take the underneath. And LaQuint Allen Jr. makes the catch for the first down. Jaguars are quickly at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of time taking the check down. Still got plenty of time.
Minute 14 and counting. Again, they have no timeouts left. 4 receivers for Seth Hennigan. Plenty of time. Again, he's got to take the check down. Steelers are covering everything down the field. That's Allen. We're under a minute to play now.
Yeah, the Steelers doing a good job defending the sideline. Soft, 2-deep zone. Corners are sitting outside and just squatting on all outbreaking routes.
And Hennigan trying to run outside the pocket. Launches this one, and it is caught on the sideline by Morris. He got it, and he got out of bounds.
Good job.
The tight end makes the catch, and the Jaguars hurry to the line of scrimmage after that 14-yard completion.
Rolling, they don't want to have an opportunity for him to replay it. He caught that. That was good.
Hennigan's got it. Dumps it underneath. Nope. Instead goes back to the side, and it is incomplete.
Gosh, another drop.
He was looking for Eli Pancol, who was sliding towards the ball and couldn't pull it in. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds left to play here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, so a huddle-up situation, 36 seconds. Still got some time to work the middle of the field, but if you do, have to have the next play ready to go at the line of scrimmage.
At the 47-yard line in Pittsburgh territory. Hennigan barks out the signals, fighting those Steeler fans who are still here. Takes the low snap, pressure coming, steps to avoid, and he's going to get.
He got it out.
He got rid of it.
Oh, he got it out.
Look at that, LaQuint Allen Jr. into the middle of the field. And there's 23 seconds left. 12-yard catch and run. Hennigan has got to get the ball and snap it.
That's the penalty on them.
He doesn't have his helmet on.
Helmet on and behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags won.
Defense number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Puts it at the 31-yard line.
Braden Fehoko.
It's a good job by Hennigan, just keeping it alive. A blind throw.
Listen, he couldn't get it to a running back more suited for it. That's what LaQuint Allen Jr. did at Syracuse so very well. Excellent receiving back was the word on him.
Absolutely.
16 seconds to play. 31 yards between the Jaguars and a potential win. Pressure coming, Hennigan on the run. He's going to take it himself and go out of bounds.
Good, smart play.
With 9 seconds left at about the 29-yard line.
So depending on how they play this, may have 2 plays, but it has to be a play out of bounds. If not, it's going to have to be 2 tosses into the end zone.
Impressed by Hennigan.
Look,
Played a lot of football at Memphis.
You don't throw for over 100 touchdowns in college without being a guy who understands the passing game and situational football.
He played big-time high school ball in Texas, too, so chances are he's seen some situations in his young career, but not in the NFL. So what will he do? 9 seconds to play from the 29-yard line, and he's turning and throwing it quickly, and the catch is made inbounds. Panko's got it, but he won't get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it.
That's the end of the game.
And the Steelers will hold on for a win, 31-25 here on the opening night of the preseason. Of course, we've got 2 more broadcasts for you. Next Sunday, we will be in New Orleans when these Jaguars travel to take on the New Orleans Saints. All right, an exciting broadcast, a 70-yard field goal. None of us in this booth have ever seen that before, ever. And we saw a couple of nice touchdown tosses, and then the rushing touchdown by Bashal Tutin.
Yes, there's some things that you can clean up. You like what you saw Cam Little, though, the 70-yarder. That's going to be the headliner coming out of this one.
I want to thank everybody, including Brent Martineau on the sidelines tonight, in our team up here. We've got Tracy, and we've got Will, and we've got Tom. We don't do this all by ourselves. And, of course, the excellent production team from Winkler Productions in the truck outside, providing the video and graphic support. A good start for the Jaguars. Didn't end with a win, but we saw some things. And, of course, the head coach has some things that he can work on. We'll join you from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome next Sunday in New Orleans. Thanks for joining us for the Jaguars preseason opener on the University of Florida Jaguars Preseason Television Network.